Madam, a god doesn't plead. Look, this has been a very enjoyable pantomime, but I'd like to go home now.
Multiple MCU spin-off shows are planned for Disney's streaming video service Disney+, expanding the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Loki, a series centered on the titular Asgardian trickster who has played a key part in the formation of Marvel's movieverse, will be one of the shows. According to the newest rumors about the program, Tom Hiddleston will reprise his MCU role for the series. Here's all we know about Loki so far, ahead of the series premiere on June 9. In today's video, we're going to discuss everything you need to know about the new Loki Netflix series. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on, so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. When will Loki premiere? Loki's release date was put on hold for a bit as the COVID-19 outbreak halted filming, along with numerous other Marvel productions after 2 months in Atlanta. The filming resumed in September 2020 and ended in December 2020. Loki, which was originally scheduled to premiere in May, will now premiere on Disney Plus on Wednesday, June 9, 2021. This is a change from the previously scheduled Friday broadcast. Cast of Loki? Loki will include a fantastic supporting cast, including Gugu Mbatha-Raw of Black Mirror and the morning show fame as Time Variance Authority Judge Ravonna Renslayer, and Lovecraft country actress Wunmi Mosaku as Justice Peace, in addition to Tom Hiddleston as the titular character. Sophia Di Martino, who played General Pryde in Featured Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, and Oscar contender Richard E. Grant, who played General Pryde in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, also star in unspecified roles. Owen Wilson, who Tom Hiddleston famously impersonates as Mobius M. Mobius, is easily the most shocking and indirectly hilarious casting addition. Director Kate Herron, Netflix's Daybreak and Sex Education, and showrunner Michael Waldron, Rick and Morty, are both working on Loki from behind the camera. What will Loki be about? In Avengers, there's a lot of time travel. The first thing that may cause viewers to be perplexed by this new series is, didn't we just see Loki die? That's correct, he did pass away. Several times, in fact. Loki's first death happened in Thor: The Dark World, when he fooled his brother Thor into thinking he died from battle wounds. We subsequently learned that he feigned death and pretended to be Odin, king of Asgard. Loki sees his end in Avengers Infinity War when Thanos snaps his neck, following another thrilling adventure in Thor Ragnarok. The god of mischief appears to have Avengers travel back in time in Avengers Endgame to the Battle of New York from the original Avengers movie. Here, Iron Man and Ant-Man botch their arrest of the Tesseract, allowing Loki to seize the Infinity Stone while shackled and vanish. This is the Loki from the TV series. It's a little complicated, but we'll be following a Loki from a different timeline, one who hasn't experienced any of his previous deaths and has only recently been defeated by the Avengers. The temporal jumping in Avengers Endgame had a lot of difficult laws and regulations to follow, which is why towards the end of the film, Captain America had to return all of the Infinity Stones the team had borrowed. The Time Variance Authority exists in the MCU to ensure that the natural sequence of time is preserved across the multiverse. After Loki's escape from 2012, this organization picks him up and recruits him to help restore the timeline's damage. Expect more time travel antics in the future. Do you need to watch anything before Loki? Given that this show revolves upon Loki, it's only natural that you review all of the characters' appearances in the Marvel films. To date, these are all the Marvel films in which Loki has appeared: Thor Avengers, Thor The Dark World, Thor Ragnarok, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. These are the films to see if you want to learn everything there is to know about Loki. There is, however, a different way to see it. Because the Loki we'll be following in this TV show hasn't seen anything before Avengers, you could stop watching after Thor and Avengers and jump right into Avengers Endgame, which explains how this Loki variant came to be. You won't be confused by what happened to another Loki in a different timeline this way. Disney is also releasing 2 new episodes in its Marvel Studios Legends series, focusing on Loki and the Tesseract in anticipation of the new series. If you don't have time to re-watch the films, at the very least, watch these short episodes before Loki. Fun facts about the series: Loki will also focus on the character's identity struggles. Despite his numerous heinous crimes over the years, Loki has never been a completely sympathetic comic book movie villain. It's difficult not to feel sorry for him when his ice giant roots were revealed abruptly in the first Thor film in 2010. This essentially made him even more enraged, although he hasn't been mentioned in the MCU since. Based on series showrunner Michael Waldron's comments on the Writers Panel podcast about how the character's battle with identity is what initially drew him to the project, it appears that Loki will take advantage of that chance. Of course, he'd still be tight-lipped about other aspects, just like the show's star has been. Tom Hiddleston has mentioned Loki being 6 hours. Tom Hiddleston spoke to MTV News in late 2019 before principal photography on Loki began, primarily to promote his participation in the stage drama Betrayal. However, the source was able to elicit a few words from Hiddleston regarding the Marvel series, far more successfully than his chances at James Bond, during which he stated that it will last 6 hours. This may easily be seen as a reference to the series' confirmed runtime of 6 one-hour episodes. But what if it refers to the tale in a more literal sense? The first video shows Loki being hauled to the TVA, shorthand for the Time Variance Authority, where Mobius and Mobius explains that time passes differently, and the second video shows him being compelled to rectify the temporal faults he caused by stealing the Tesseract. As a result, it's entirely possible that everything covered in the first season takes place in just a few hours, but who knows? The possibilities with the MCU are maddening. Loki will lead into the upcoming Doctor Strange sequel. Loki is about to take us down a path of madness, not because the program will be frustrating, we hope not, but because it has been announced as a lead-in to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the direct sequel to Benedict Cumberbatch's 2016 smash featuring him as the Sorcerer Supreme. The sequel from Spider-Man and the Evil Dead filmmaker Sam Raimi, slated for a 2022 release, is reportedly linked to another Marvel Disney Plus exclusive series, WandaVision, but Elizabeth Olsen's selection as Scarlet Witch would be the only concrete clue of that by the time of the film's explosive end. Perhaps Loki will use a few devious ploys to help him close the gap. The distinct, imaginative directions that shows like Loki seem to be pursuing with their plots nearly make me more excited than before to see what the future holds for impending Marvel films. I'm especially interested to see how a bizarre concept like this would influence the timeline of all past Marvel films. We'll be sure to keep you updated here at Cinema Blend, as we always do. Tom Hiddleston says we'll find out what Loki is doing with the Tesseract. Loki makes his escape in Avengers Endgame by snatching the powerful cosmic cube, nicknamed the Tesseract in the MCU, that Tony Stark and his team traveled back to 2012 to recover. He miraculously vanishes to God knows where as soon as it falls out of the right hands and into his. The series will soon give the answer, as Tom Hiddleston admitted during a 2019 interview with Stephen Colbert on The Late Show. Loki was arrested by the TVA and conscripted to help fix reality after his stunt with the cube damaged it, as Mobius and Mobius describes in a video released in April. When and where can you watch Loki in Australia? Given that Disney now owns the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's no surprise that Loki will premiere exclusively on Disney+. This is also where you'll discover the Marvel movies mentioned earlier, so at the very least, everything is in one spot. The first episode of Loki will show on June 9, 2021, and the remaining 6 episodes will air weekly on Wednesdays. Episodes usually air at 6 p.m., A Eastern 5:30 p.m., A Central 4 p.m., A Western in Australia, and you can watch them all on Disney+. Another season already in the works. Although Loki has yet to premiere on Disney+, it has already been renewed for a second season, according to Production Weekly. Season 2 is expected to begin filming in 2022. The first season is still set to premiere in 2021. Super Bowl ads. In a 30-second advertisement during Super Bowl 54 on February 2nd, Disney revealed many new programs coming to its Disney Plus streaming platform, including Loki, WandaVision, and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. While the Asgardian trickster is only in the ad for a little while, he makes the most of it by proclaiming, "I'm going to burn this place down." We also see a couple of distinct logos for the series flash by, which is a perfect touch for a guy who has the ability to multiply himself. And there you have it, everything you need to know about the new Marvel series Loki. We can't wait for it to air this year, and we are very excited to know that there will most likely be another season coming afterwards. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new and upcoming content. Thanks for watching.